Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, folks. Thank you guys so much for joining this morning. The other broadcast was interrupted, and I think I do have a better internet signal now. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in. And there should be a button after this is over that says subscribe to the live broadcast. You guys will so kindly press that button. That would be awesome. And then we'll get going this morning. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it so much. Everybody hear me okay? Make sure everybody hears me all right. Okay, great. Want to make sure it's not make sure all the audio and video and everything is intact. So this morning I want to talk about friendship this morning. You guys may have seen me post a picture yesterday of me and my best friend Demetrius. I had a funeral to go to in Drumright, Oklahoma. My neighbor of 13 years, him and I have an awesome relationship. And his sister had passed away, and so I made a point to take off of work and go up there and support him because you know, when you have a true friend in life, you know, no distance is too great to drive when a person is hurting and a person is in need. And I remember Pastor Smith, he's our former pastor at North Dallas Community Bible Fellowship. And he recently lost his sister. And when he was preaching the following Sunday, he made the statement that Harold Lacey, who's one of the deacons at the church, you know, him and his family drove, it may have been 7 or 8 hours just to go up there to support him. And he mentioned what that meant to him to have Harold in it and load up his family and drive therefore just to support him. And so that was a real valuable lesson that I learned from that. And so I went to go to my neighbor's sister's funeral on yesterday. Well, the route that I had to take brought me through where my best friend since 1995, Demetrius Williams, and his family live. And right now I'm at the Williams estate. And so I met with Demetrius yesterday, and we had lunch. I hadn't seen him in several months, and it was just refreshing to see him. And so as you see the title of this video is that I'm thankful for the Jonathans in my life, because true friends are really few, honestly. If you rather just be truthful with yourself, true friends are really not very many people. You know, you may can count them all on one hand for the true friends. Now, you may have 30 friends, but it's some that are really true, that are really tried and true. So this morning when I was thinking about Demetrius, because Demetrius has been, we've been friends since 95 when we went to college at Navarro Junior College, and we were roommates. And his family took me in and loved on me when we would drive to Dallas. And I don't belittle that because people don't have to fool with you, to be quite honest, you know. And so, you know, when I came up here, he allowed me to stay with him and his family, his beautiful family, last night, and his wife. They're so hospitable. The hospitality that I experience when I come here is just absolutely amazing. And I don't belittle that, and I absolutely honor that. And Demetrius is like a Jonathan to me. You know, and I have a few other friends. I don't want to get into too much name calling, but and when I look back over my life, I really make a point to appreciate people that the Lord has placed in my life on this journey. You know, I got Lane Kidd, that's a good friend of mine. I got Demetrius. I got some new friends that I've met, and when I say new, I'm meaning like last maybe 12 or 13 years. You know, I got Frank McCall, that's a pillar, a friend of mine. I got Joe James, and I got some people, because I'm gonna be honest with you, friendship takes longer than 6 months to develop, ladies and gentlemen. We can't just meet these people even in the church, you know, in 2 or 3 months, y'all just the best of friends. Real friends takes a little time to develop. You know, it's kind of like cooking a crawfish. You know, you got to, when you cook for a crawfish, and I'm actually allergic to seafood, but when you cook them in hot grease, deep, low, I mean, they fried in hot hot grease, and you got to deep fry them too. So in other words, what I'm saying is it takes time to build those relationships. And then when I was thinking this morning about how much I appreciate Demetrius, he allowed me to stay here last night, and he gave me probably 20 pounds of deer meat because he's an avid deer hunter. He gave me all this deer meat. Think about it, all the deer meat, the deers he killed, the deers that he paid to get processed, the deer he had in his freezer for his family. And you know what he told me? Man, take what you want. Take anything you want. He didn't say, hey, man, give me $15, $20 for that meat because I paid $300 or $400 to have this deer processed. He said, man, take what you want. And he said, when you take what you want, he said, whatever you don't get, just take the rest to my grandmother when you get back to Dallas. And I started thinking, Demetrius will give me the shirt off his back. If I need something, I call Demetrius. He don't ask no questions. If I ever needed some money, he hit, man, where you want me to send it? See, those are real friends. And when I thought about that, I thought about Jonathan, friendship with relationship with David in 1 Samuel chapter 8. And I want to read something to you guys, and then I'm going to let you guys go this morning. In 1 Samuel chapter 8, it talks about David and Jonathan's friendship. And it says, in chapter 18, it said, as soon as he finished speaking to Saul, because David had just killed Goliath and just took on the Philistine army, and everybody was wondering who David was, and Saul wanted to know who David was. David just really came on the scene when he took on Goliath. And as soon as he had finished speaking to Saul, it says that the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David. And Jonathan loved him as his own soul. And Saul took him that day and would not let him return to his father's house, because Jonathan knew Saul had bad intentions because he was getting angry because of what David was doing. And then it says, then Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was on him and gave it to David, and his armor, and even his sword, his bow, and his belt. And David went out and was successful wherever Saul sent him, so that Saul set him over the men of war, and this was good in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And what I want to focus on, it says, and Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was on him and gave it to David. He gave him his armor, and even his sword, and his bow, and his belt. And when I thought about that, you know, and you guys can give me some hearts if you agree. Let me know if you agree, because my friend Demetrius, I'm telling you, he's always been, my family loves him. He's even been to Longview, which is actually 4 hours from where he lives. He take my family is his family is my family, and we've been through the war together. We played football together at junior college. And then I left the spring of '97 to go to Ada, Oklahoma, to East Central University. 6 months later, Demetrius came to and got a scholarship to the same school. And we've just been knitted together, sold together, you know, and I just can't say enough about how much I appreciate him and his friendship. And if you got any friendships, any relationship, think about your relationships, think about your true friends, and you let people know how much you appreciate them. Because you know, Demetrius is like a brother. And if you guys notice that all my brothers commented on the picture that I posted with Demetrius yesterday, and they call him Goob. So if you see Goob, that's his nickname. But the whole point is that, you know, we have a relationship. We keep each other lifted up in Christ. Iron sharpen iron. We keep each other encouraged with our family. He has 2 wonderful children, and I got 3 children. We come to Dallas. We meet. I mean, and it's just absolutely amazing. So just think about those people in your life that are really true friends, and let them know how much you appreciate them. And at the root of all those relationships I've just talked to you about, even with Lane Kidd and his wonderful wife Donna, with Frank and his wonderful wife Sharice, and Joe and his wonderful wife and Trina, and then Demetrius and his wonderful wife Tisha. And just think about it. At the base of those relationships is Christ. Christ is the base of those relationships, and we just love each other like nothing else. So before I left his house this morning, I just wanted to give him a shout out. He has no idea I'm doing this video. And so when he see it, I actually hope it's a blessing and an encouragement to him and to you guys, because trust me, you know, it's just good. Send your real friends a text this morning. Send them a text and just tell them you love them. Just tell them you appreciate them. Don't ask for anything, don't ask for no money and nothing like that. Just to let them know, hey, I'm just thinking back, and I can think back about all of those times when you encouraged me or when you were there for me and how you treat me, and I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. So, you know, him and I prayed this morning before he left the house, And then he's actually a home builder, and I'm finna go over to the house. He built houses as well. I'm gonna go through the house. I'm gonna take a look at it, and I'm gonna say a prayer and just ask God to continue to bless the work of his hands. He builds 2,500, 3,000 square foot houses with granite countertops, just like you would see anywhere. He's excellent, and I'm gonna ask God to just bless the work of his hands. And so I thank you guys this morning. Identify those Jonathans in your life. Let them know that you love them. Let them know you appreciate it. What's up, Ricky Peoples? Love your brother-in-law. Good to see you on. So just be encouraged today, and let your friends know that you appreciate them. Let them know that you love them and that you're praying for them, because Christ being at the center will outdo anything else that's carnal. All right? With Christ being at the center, let them know you're praying for them. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for joining. And remember to hit that button to subscribe to my live videos whenever they come on, because if it wouldn't be no me without you guys. So thank you guys for joining in and being encouragement to somebody else. It's like a tree. Spread it on out. Let people know you appreciate them. Let people know you love them. And make sure you send them a text, give them a phone call, send them an email, send them a letter in the mail. Do it by carrier pigeon. You can do it by a phone with a line tied on the end of it, or whatever you need to do. But let them know you love them. All right? I love you guys. Y'all have a good day. Stay dry. Thank you. Bye-bye. And please share this video if you know there's someone out there that can benefit from it. Hey, I love you, brother. Thank you for joining this morning. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.